Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. Our live stream. I don't know if I just missed that intro. I need a break. Wait for some folks to join us. I haven't done a live stream in a while. There's Ron and Jimmy. Almost first Jimmy. Close, buddy. Close. What's up from Florida? Man, it feels like Florida here. Ugh, I don't know if New York has made the news or not, but it has been hotter than a banshee. Like, ridiculous. I say ridiculous. People in Texas and Arizona probably laugh at us. But man, just mid to upper 90s for like the past week. And the humidity, your shirt's just dripping off you at the end of the day. What's up from Cohocton? 10 miles up the road. Yeah, it's just been absolutely brutal. So I guess when you're working, if you're just, I don't know, sitting on the beach, it's probably not too bad, but on the shop, it sucks. So what do you guys have for temperature around the world? I don't watch the news, so the whole world could be burning up right now, and I don't know. But tomorrow, high at 78. Yes. Hallelujah. I'm going to have to wear a sweatshirt tomorrow. Yeah, 101 in JC's shop. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's only like 92 in the shop, but you step outside, you're like, you dry up. I've drank like 75 of these in the past week. That's a good one, Glenn. Of course. Yeah, so yeah, you guys are getting it too. I don't know if it's the heat or the humidity, but the Jeep hat weighs like an extra pound at the end of the day, I think, from sweat. Yeah, it's brutal. I'm going to have me. So I just need a break. I just need to stop. I'm done. Parking lot's empty. One car in the bay till tomorrow. And I've got some banana bread. I think I ate half of it yesterday. It's from my niece. She lost her tablet. And being the good uncle that I am, I had a spare Amazon Fire. So I gave her my Amazon Fire. She was pretty happy. So I don't know if she made the banana bread. I assume my sister did. Because she's only 7. And banana bread really is just a carrier for butter, at least in my book. Because banana bread by itself, good. Butter, great. So let's see, I don't know how many folks are, about 534 folks. 104. Well, I almost want snow back. And I don't know, at least when it's snowing, cold, you just come inside and you're warm. This crap, you can't get away from it. Yeah, exactly. It's a butter delivery device. That's all it is. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It's like zucchini bread. You know, you only eat it because you like butter. So I apologize for eating in front of you, but that's how it's going down today. Oh, did I see the car guy where he dropped the engine? Yeah, that sucks. My engine stand is a tripod, so it's it's not really a tricycle because it's 2 wheels in the back, but the front wheels, I had the same problem he had. I didn't drop an engine, but a long time ago I discovered the engine stand doesn't fit in the cherry picker, so I just lopped off the ends of the front wheels and just shortened them up a couple inches. I've never dropped one, no. The handheld scanner I used on the Buick video. Oh, that's at Altel Diagun 4. I don't believe they're supported like Altel USA. It's like you got Altel China, Altel USA, Launch USA, Launch China, same as Altel. I don't believe the Diagun is supported in the US, but it seems to work pretty good. I've used it quite a bit. Yeah, between dropping the engine off the stand and owning a Mini Cooper and then blowing up his Fairmont, I'd say he's had some bad voodoo lately. Oh, hey, Wyatt, how's it going? Just sent you something in the mail today, so be on the lookout. No, I didn't, TDM. I didn't catch that. You'll be happy to know, TDM, that my Grand Cherokee is over on the lift right now. Those videos are going to start coming out soon. And I was attempting to make you guys a video tonight on my Jeep, but stupidly, I bought the wrong freaking axles. So I just called the company, called Iron Rock Off-Road. They're sending me the right front axles. I just, didn't order the right ones. It was totally my fault. Oh, I know what you mean, TDM. Yes, I did see that comment. Yeah, I know that's a tension adjustment on there. I think I grabbed those. I typically don't use those wire strippers a lot. I think I grabbed those because my other ones were like over on my tool cart or something. So, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So yes, I did see your comment. So have you burned anything up yet, JC, with your new power probe? I see you said you used it to do a repair and fix your fuel sending unit. So that's pretty cool. Snap ring on an AC compressor kicking his butt. I've been around with snap rings before, and you get it off and ping. You got to listen, see where it lands. Does Mrs. O have a sister? Yes, she does. She's married, has a couple kids. Ah, thanks, Dan. How'd you know I was getting ice cream on the way home? One of my viewers actually sent me a gift certificate for the Twin Kiss. So, of course, I take it down there. I should get gifts. I asked. That's why I usually ask for, like, for my birthday and stuff like that, some Twin Kiss gift certificates, and I have it. I just go down there and I just turn them back over, and they stick them up on the Pepsi cooler. So when I come in, girls just write it on my tab. Most guys have a bar tab. I've got an ice cream tab. No joke. That's serious. Yeah, don't let the smoke out of anything, JC. Am I going to do an ice cream run on the way home? Yeah, I drive past 2 ice cream stores. You kidding me? Oh, man, my brain, that piece is gone already. Don't worry, I've got a little bit left. I'm a tractor plate. I don't really have any topic for tonight, just FYI. I just knew I had to come in here and chillax a little bit. Oh, hey, Matt. How's it going? I've been meaning to text you. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm eating banana bread. My niece made me. Trade ice cream for car work. I may or may not have done that before. How's the launch tool treat me? It seems to be treating me all right, Pat. It just seems, any bugs that are in the 431 Pad 2 tablet seems to be in the handheld, which oddly enough sometimes seem to be on the Alto. So what happened with the Buick? Part 2 will be coming out on the Buick. I did that car, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, back when we had that rainstorm. I did do a part 2 on it. I've got to get that footage put together, and that'll probably be the next video coming out. That way it kind of goes consecutively with it. But I did fix the car. He had me test it, and I won't spoil, what happened. But, we were right in our assessment. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, it was the cat. We could tell by the video, but like I say, we always double check it just to make sure the cat didn't end up in the muffler and, the old banana in the tailpipe routine. So sorry, Cody, I didn't mean to spoil it. Still watch it, I guess. I pretty much said I wasn't going to spoil it and then basically ruined everybody's day. How did the t-shirt sales go? Pretty good. So YouTube has teamed up with Teespring, and they, they're kind of collaborated together where, obviously you guys seen it on the YouTube videos where it'll display, the swag underneath the video. So I jumped on that when they said that they could do that. So, that's pretty cool. And you guys want t-shirts, and honestly, the company that makes my t-shirts, we used to use this local place here. I don't say they didn't go belly up. They just closed that portion of their business. So they're no longer printing the actual shirts that I wear. And unfortunately, I didn't find out that they were closed until, like a month after they were closed. Nobody's there. I couldn't get the file for our fonts and our logos and stuff like that. So I'm, kind of screwed in that regards to actually make the actual, the OG shirts, the SMA represent. And I'm going to do, with Teespring, we can do like, limited production ones of like, have Big Nasty on it, stuff like that. And, run them for a month and, have, like I said, limited production. I don't know what the idea of that is. I suppose to set, to promote a sense of urgency from the people, and then they get them, something like that. There's probably some sales analytics to it. I'm just a mechanic. So Teespring doesn't offer hats to put your logos on. They have socks and yoga pants. Glenn, no joke, they have yoga pants. So I can design an official SMA yoga pant, little hand totes and iPhone covers. What else do they have? Socks, hoodies, stuff like that. So I'll be kind of putting some stuff together and, get them out for you guys. Need to sell worn out Jeep hats, man. You gotta wear your Jeep hat to get it, to get it good like this. Can you show how to do a ripple test with the Varus or the Zeus? Sure. AC ripple check's pretty easy. On your Snap-on, you just, go into your 2-channel scope mode or your 4-channel, I guess it would be, hook it up, and then just go down on your probe and select AC couple, and then you're going to be able to see your AC ripple. I assume you're talking ripple test at the battery terminals of the alternator. So pretty standard on that. Yep, you just got to remember to AC couple it so you can look at just the AC aspect of it. Oh, thank you, Toby. Appreciate that. Definitely will be using that for ice cream, because my ice cream habit right now is about, depends if it's once or twice, $4 to $8 a day. We'll say that. It's kind of like smoking, really. Except I quit in the wintertime. What am I missing here? Oh, we didn't have to do that, Phil, but thank you. Appreciate that. What camera do I use for my videos? I used to use a Sony Handycam. I think it was a CX440 or a CX330. Thank you, Kurt. Currently, I'm using a little, oh gosh, I have to go get it. Hold it on, I'll go get it. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming. There, I'm back. Oh, what is it? This is a Canon something. Oh, it's got a little grease and stuff on it, but there's the model number for you. HFR 800. It's just a little guy. This is the official SMA camera. I think the shutter still works. It's usually the first thing I break is the shutter, and then the next thing to break is usually the battery holder. This is my third camera since I've started YouTube. So, in case anybody's wondering, little known fact, most people don't know, I guess. Third camera. I still have my original too. The first one, she duct tape and zip ties. Not gonna lie. I think I missed something here. For ice cream tomorrow. Appreciate it. Don't feel obligated to do super chat, guys. Okay, believe me. I just came in here to kind of hang out, see what you guys are up to. Let's see. My battery died the other day. Got a jump. Put a charger on it overnight. Fast forward to today, I decided to measure the resting voltage as 12.43 after a brief highway drive. So I replace it. I don't know. 12.66 technically is fully charged. I guess depending on the age of the battery, if you're 5 years or older, I would say, it'd be pretty fair bet to change it. Or you can stop by like stop by like Advance or AutoZone where they have a capacitance tester and can, check your battery that way and give you, state of health check beyond just a voltage check perhaps would be good. And then they can also load test it for you. As far as just going off static voltage, it's hard to say. Put a charger on it overnight. So, I mean, if you had, 2 amp charge on, I guess a lot of it's going to depend on what killed the battery too. I guess if it was me, like I said, I'd just go off what I initially told you, just have them check it with a capacitance tester to see, longevity, how many cranking amps are left in the battery and, overall state of health. I guess that would be my advice. For ice cream tomorrow. More ice cream money. All right. I think we have plenty of ice cream money for sure. What did I miss? Sorry if I'm missing these guys. Yeah, a carbon pile tester is a great way to do it. That's one of I have a capacitance tester, and then I still love my carbon pile tester because you can slap 500 amps on that maybe if you want to, Edward says, what brakes do I recommend, Napa versus OEM? I've used a lot of Advance Auto, the CarQuest Platinums. I've had 0 comebacks with those. They've been an excellent brake pad. I've used the Napa Adaptive ones and the Napa UP line. Haven't had any, comebacks with those. And I've also used OEMs. Some vehicles I do prefer OEMs. Let's say like Toyotas particularly, because a lot of those don't come in to like 60 or 90,000 miles on their first set of brakes. And the little bit extra that the OEMs cost, if I know that we're going to get, another 60 or 90,000 miles out of those brakes, I think you'd be silly not to go with them. Most aftermarkets I've found are anywhere from, depending on driving habits, so it's just average, I would say 30 to 40,000 miles you would expect on, a pad and rotor job, assuming, they wear well and nothing seizes and, there's no rust jacking. And again, that's just kind of an average. Some vehicles inherently go further on a brake job. Let's see. What are we missing here? Let me just zip by pretty quick here. What is rust jacking? So rust jacking is, we get it in the Northeast. It's when your brake pad starts to separate from its backing material. So the friction material on the disc brake or even on the brake shoe will actually get rust in between the backing plate and the friction material. And then it actually, everybody control yourself, it jacks the pad off from the backing plate. So we call it, it's commonly referred to as rust jacking. Little toilet paper money from Ting Tan in case we have too much ice cream. What's rust, JC? You know what rust is. Don't mess with me. Yep. And rust jacking is less violent than car jacking for sure. What's my favorite kind of motor oil? I'm not like a Bob's the oil guy, forum Nazi. So I personally use mobile products in all my customers' cars and in my own personal vehicle. My personal vehicle, I run Mobile One. Our synthetic we carry here at the shop is Mobile Super Syn. Carry that 5-gallon drums, or 55-gallon drums of 020, 530, 520, and then bulk oil. I carry Mobile Special X1 and 530 and 520, and then our diesels, depending on what it is. I run Shell Rotella 1540. I think. And then Euro cars, if I get a Euro car in for a service, typically I'll run like the Castrol Euro spec. So it depends. I'm pretty specific. Whatever, the API cert for that vehicle is, that's what we run in it. I just missed something here. 09 F-150 fuel pump burned up panel connection. Ford replaced it with a fuse delete kit. They evidently have enough delete kit. They don't have a recall. I've ever had this happen. Yes, and I believe it's fuse number 20. That fuse 21, 32, or 29, something like that rings a bell. But yeah, they have a service bulletin on that when you get that body style Ford in. On some of the bigger trucks, that'll actually, I think that affects the cooling fan too, with the electronic fan clutch, something like that. But yeah, Ford came out with that delete kit, if you want to call it, or relocation kit, I guess would be a better term, because it burns it right out of the fuse box. Yeah, Castrol is expensive, but Castrol, and then I think Valvoline makes it like an MST spec. It's hard to get that Volkswagen, 501 dot, 111 spec or whatever it is. And I find that, Castrol has it, Valvoline has it, and those are two that are readily available to us. Like I have a Volkswagen CC coming in tomorrow for a service, and I have, the 540 Castrol for that and a Man Hummel filter. Where did I get my training? I just working on cars. I guess it would be. I didn't go to college, if that's what you're asking. I believe Walmart is Quaker State. I remember back in the day. Gosh, you remember like the old Ford 5 liters and stuff, and back in like throttle body days. Talk like it's way back. Like back when I was a kid, if you ran like Quaker State, it was like a really heavy paraffin-based oil, and you pull the valve cover off, and you could literally use like a putty knife scrape that garbage out. Has Mrs. O's timing belt been done? Oh yeah, I think we addressed that a long time ago. But her timing belt is done. Everything on the van is fixed, except I got to fix the sliding door motors now. Quaker cake. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Now, I don't use any Royal Purple or AMS oil or anything like that. Everything I use has to carry, OEM certs, has to be API certified, because, we can still be working on vehicles that are in warranty. And, say you bring in your new Chevy and you got to have 020, Dexos, then I have to make sure that, what we put in it meets, GM's SM 98, 451, or whatever their spec is there, and carries a Dexos label. Because if there's any warranty issues ever for this person, I don't want that to, come back on me saying, oh, where'd you get your oil change? Well, here we go. Here's all of our receipts. And every time I get our bulk tanks filled, I make them leave a sample. So if anything ever goes wrong, throughout that lot of, oil that we received, we have a sample and, can prove or disprove it, whatever. I've never had to use it, but I always get oil samples. Am I properly training Josh? Or am I using them as cheap labor? No, I'm not using them as cheap labor. Josh does, earn his wage, certainly. And I'm just trying to help him along with school, but I don't want to hinder him through school, because essentially to pass his grade, he has to do what his teacher thinks is right, but perhaps maybe what's not right in the field. So there's kind of a delicate balance there that I don't want to disrupt by, grinding into him like, this is how you do it in the real world. I'll wait for him to finish school, and then we'll cover the differences as to, flow charts and how they do it, in the laboratory versus, how things are done in the real world. And he understands that. However, I have been, helping him along. And it's his intention that when he finishes school, to come back here full time until I die or he finds a new job. Yep, there's a big difference between book smart and real world smart as he's starting to learn. And I think his problem in school was, or as he explained to me, is they're there and they do classroom time and they learn, theory and operation, and then they have to go do their labs where they, proved what they learned or practice what they learned. And it becomes just this vicious cycle of meeting your criteria to make the teacher happy to get your lab done. So there's really it doesn't seem practical to me. They learn it and then they got to go out and do it real quick and get this one done and get that one done and do this and do that. And then that's it. Then school's over and all they've done is a bunch of labs. So that seems I don't want to say it doesn't seem crazy to me. It's just, it seems kind of like going through the motions, you know. It doesn't, you don't really retain it unless you're fixing, you know, you're fixing a car, you know. And that's what I'll do to them sometimes. Like, you know, this car's out there, it doesn't crank, it's all yours, you know. Or this car's out there, it cranks but doesn't start. And, you know, you just, you know, now you've got to take everything you've learned in school and or learned around here and, you know, apply it yourself. And I'm just trying to help prepare them for, you know, real world stuff, you know. And that's why I tell them, like, Josh, you know, if you were working for another guy, that's what they're going to do. They're going to come and here's your repair order, probably on a bigger slip than this, or your ticket or whatever they call them in dealerships and stuff. And, you know, you're on the clock, time's ticking. What kind of stress does the lift kit put on trucks? We're about to find out because what's going on in the Jeep. Spoiler alert. '07 Ram with a 6-inch max track lift. Upper ball joints seem to be pushed forward and power steering rack isn't perfectly straight across. So it's hard to say. I mean, they're all different. Anytime I do a lift or lifted AMI vehicles, the problem I always seen, or what I've noticed with people coming with lifted vehicles, they buy just the lift kit and that's it, you know, and they think that's the end of the road. Nobody ever thinks about, you know, extending brake hoses and driveline angles and, you know, moving your steering rack. The whole geometry of the truck changes, so you can't expect it to, you know, be like normal, I guess. But usually there's corrections to that, and you know, as I'm doing my Jeep, I'm going to try to address all that. Yeah, Josh will be fine once he's been fixed what he's been taught. Yeah, he'll do all right. He's a really good kid. I'm glad to hear that he's, you know, coming back or wants to come back and work here, as opposed to, you know, they really pound the dealership mentality at his school that he goes to. They really want all the boys, and, you know, if there's any girls in there, the students, I guess it would be, to leave and go work at a dealership. They're all dealer. They don't talk much about him going, you know, going to work for an indie. They actually kind of, I don't want to say they shy away from it, but they really try to pound into these kids that they need to go to work for a dealer. But and teach their own. I mean, some kids will probably be a really good fit in the dealership, but, and nothing against it. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not coming down on dealerships. I'm just saying that's what they're teaching him. So right now, Josh is on vacation, so he won't be back, I don't think, until Monday. He's been off all week, so I've been changing tires and all the crappy stuff lately. Not that I give him all the crappy stuff. It's just been doing everything. It's just been me and Hannah. What do I think of dealership shops? I've never worked in a dealership, so I can't say it firsthand. Sometimes I feel kind of bad for the guys, you know, because they are on flat rate, and I see the flat rate prices, and, you know, you're getting 3/10 of an hour to diagnose a car. You know, whatever. No, what I mean, they have to shotgun parts at it, I would think. If, you know, if you're on flat rate and some of the warranty times are crud, I mean, it's no wonder. But it's kind of dog eat dog. I guess you better really be in love with your service manager and try to, you know, swing off his heels if you want good jobs. You know, I don't know. I don't want. I can't judge something. I've never been a part of it, but I only see it from the sidelines. I know guys that make good money doing it, but um, yeah, it can be good money, especially if you're a really good parts changer. And let's say, you know, you get into like some big huge recall where, you know, you've got a system down and you're, you know, you're nabbing these things out and you're making, you know, 80, 90, 100 hours a week, and, you know, only there a couple of days. You know, it can be good, but I think there's the other side of the coin where it can be pretty bad too. Yeah, and like working says there, I think it does get political. You know, it's, you better be good friends with the service writer, the guy dishing out the jobs. I mean, it's got to be dog eat dog, you know, just vicious. What happened to the Buick no start? Well, the first video is out on that today, Pete. Second one will be coming out here soon. I got to finish it. Let's see. What's this say? Oops. Gosh. What should I do for a scan tool for my 01 Trooper? Want to do advanced diagnostics like you do? What's the difference in a 431 that goes with the phone? And the one uses Zuzus in a lot of them. Honestly, Kevin, as far as, and I think I replied to you, I think you left that comment a while ago, and I replied to you on that I would contact, Launch or Altel, whatever company you're looking into. They typically have a breakdown of, different makes and models and, various stuff like that. And it will tell you, specific tests that it can perform as far as bidirectional controls, functions, what modules it has, the ability to read. So that's what I would do, especially on, I hardly ever see a Zuzu's. Last time I seen a Zuzu was an NPR, cab over. So as far as the Zuzu vehicles, I don't see them hardly ever. I would just contact the manufacturer of the scan tool to ask them if they can tell you exactly. I know, like on the Altel, you can go on there and you can select the vehicle and go through and see if those special functions are available or what modules you can get into. I believe Launch does the same thing. I know they have it right on their scan tool. As far as its accuracy of it, I can't 100% attest to. I have looked up before, like, can I look at, passenger presence system on a, Subaru? So I'll just go on there real quick and, yep, it's available. And, I know when that car comes in for that problem that I can, hopefully attempt to, look at it with one of those scan tools. So that would be my advice to you on that. Oh man, went from a 07 Chevy to a 14 Tundra. Just gonna be fighting off the ladies now, King James. Yeah, definitely a big difference there. Not trying to toot up Tundra or anything, but I know what you're talking about. Could there ever be an Oz Mechanics SMA collaboration video? Well, sure, you're gonna come up. You got all your hot weather up here right now. I don't fly, so you got to come here, fella. Let's see. Done. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do fly, don't you, Oz? Oh boy, I can just see some trouble brewing. You come up here, especially Keith comes over, we wouldn't get any work done. Oh, thanks, Kenneth. I did see your comment there on the Buick channel. I was eating lunch earlier and kind of trolling through some of the comments. Yeah, it won't fit just yet. I have no idea how he got that connector in that ECM. It must have been a lot of wiggling and pushing. That's all I could figure. I got to quit eating this banana bread. But why eat? All I got left is a stump. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. A hammer, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we got that connector in there. It didn't go easy, let me tell you that. Oh, there's always room for ice cream. I mean, it must have been, I can't even fathom. I mean, that's a big connector to start wedging in there. That could have got stupid pretty quick. Start bending all the pins and everything. Eat it with I don't drink a lot of coffee in the summertime, John. 1 cup usually, and that's about it. But it's been so stinking hot. I just shy away from the coffee. But I just did get a new load in the mail. There we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. Just came in the other day because I was just about plumb out. My new silencer, smooth. Good stuff. And, of course, you get a sweet sticker from Coffee or Die. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, Black Rifle Coffee Company. Awesome stuff. One of my faves. Silencer, smooth. Yeah, it is, Lonnie. I love the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Veteran owned. Good business. Did the horn work afterwards? That is a good question, Lucifer 999. I don't know. Oddly enough, I brought the car, did it, fixed it the next day, shipped it this like 2 weeks ago, neglected to put the stinking horn fuse back in it. Remember we pulled out in the beginning? And after you guys said that in my video, I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it until today. Coffee extends your life. I should live forever. Let's see. Yeah, the fuse was out when I got it. So I mean, perhaps that could have been a pre-existing problem, prior to this whole thing. I never even had thought to ask the customer if we got it going, and that's it. I'm sure if he goes in to get it inspected, he'll cross that bridge then, I suppose. What else we got? Did I like the music? Yeah, we were straight thugging it right there. That was funny. Scared me a little, because it was like, what, a 30-second delay from putting a fuse in till next thing I know, we're rapping and a rhyming. Do new Rams have a tip-em problem? What Dodge doesn't? The AC machine, yeah, the AC machine. This time of year, you call it your ATM machine. Man, not trying to be silly, but yeah, I have a lady coming in tomorrow for emergency AC. She has an appointment for Monday for ball joints, but her AC quit today. She's like, I need to stop by tomorrow. It's emergency. Oh, shoot, I forgot to take the phone off the hook. Crap. I got to hang up on one of you guys, whoever it was. Yeah, no, I'll take it off the hook here. There we go. Problem solved. Let's see, what do we got going on here? No, I don't have the 1234 YF yet. Eventually I will. The body shops, most of the cars that have it around here are still, in warranty period. Body shop guys need them for, for deer hits and collision work, but I haven't seen a need yet. So as soon as I do, then, obviously I have to make the purchase of one. It's a shop air conditioned? Oh gosh, no, I wish. Would I consider it? No, because really it only gets brutal. I mean, our summer is what, like 2 weeks long. So, this is the first week of it. We'll get another week here at some point of hot heat. And then, typically we get a pretty good southwest breeze. Our prevailing winds are usually out of the west, so it works out pretty good. We get a pretty good breeze through the shop. No new tire machine yet. I don't know if you guys can hear the phone. She's over there blapping away. Sweat maple sugar, that's right. Garden's doing good, growing good this year, so it'll stop here in a minute. It stopped. Okay. I guess that's it for me. Feels like my break's over. About as long as my lunch break. 5 to 10 minutes a day they give me. I don't have any livestock, Dave. No. This year I'm farming clover. My clover fields came back so nice from last year. I planted all white lindino last year and chicory. And boy, this year it came back with a vengeance. We had like the perfect storm, with the heat and the rain. It was like every other day. It was just, it's just beautiful, and the fields are looking wonderful, and lots of deer. How long would I say new Moog upper and lower control arms last on a Dodge Ram 2500? In my experience, they're from, what is this thing, 2-wheel drive? I mean, a Ram 2500 should have a solid front axle. So if you're trying to think of a 2-wheel drive, I don't know. I've never seen any 2-wheel drive pickup trucks. I think 2-wheel drives have control arms. Oh, it is 2-wheel drive? I'll be darned. A 2-wheel drive with a lift kit. What's the purpose of that? I wouldn't know. I've never seen a 2-wheel drive Dodge pickup. I mean, they'll last as long as, until they're broke, I guess. I don't really know. I wouldn't know how to even answer that question. A tool giveaway. I do have some tool giveaways coming up, Super Mario. A good one that you guys are really going to like. At least 7 or 8 of you, anyways. Without a transfer case, it's just a car that gets bad gas mileage. That's awesome. That's the only one you like, Fuzzy, is one that you win. I feel like I should send you something, Fuzzy, being you never got the light, That's still in the mail somewhere. Yeah, that's right. Want to change 5.4 spark plugs? Yeah, that's no problem. I actually did 16 total the other day. So did a set one day and a set the next day, and all of them zipped right out. It's perfect zippy zap. Pretty happy about that. So yeah, they're not too bad. Just hammer. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. And the lift is just for aesthetics. Wow. I've never seen anybody lift a 2-wheel drive. I would think like around here you get beat up if you did that. You pull up to a barn, your 2-wheel drive lifted up truck, turn it into a punching bag. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's gonna beat you up if you come up here with it. 4-wheel drive, yeah. I imagine everybody here has 4-wheel drives, and because of the snow and the weather and just the climate. I did see the other day, I had a guy come in from Florida, had a Honda Pilot. This was newer too. This is like 13, 14, something like that. 2-wheel drive. I didn't even know they made them. I pick up in the air and I'm just doing a service on it. I'm like, what's missing? It's like, how about the differential in the drive shaft? Weird. Never seen one. All right. See you later, Keith. Get back at it. Yeah, you would. I mean, you could get by with a 2-wheel drive truck here in the winter, but you'd want to, obviously put snow tires on it, and a couple railroad ties in the back, or a lot of sand. Yeah, you definitely would want it. But yeah. I mean, I know that stuff, like the pre-runner Toyota trucks. Yeah, those are 2-wheel drive, but they're also jumping like 30 feet in the air too. Yep, fill the bed with sand and a shovel. Manhole covers are freaking heavy. Obviously, as Lonnie knows. I don't know if he works where he can get them or he's stolen a few, but yeah, they're heavy. We have one of our fire rings up at the cabin is the manhole cover, the cast piece that actually goes in the ground, and they're pretty stout. They kind of surprise you. Oh yeah, yeah. So Lucifer says that he's seen people buy a 4-wheel drive and they don't realize it's not until later on. I've actually had customers get like small SUVs, and the whole time they've owned it, they've thought it was all-wheel drive, and you get it in and it's not, and you have to tell them, and they're like, "Ugh." They don't even know if they can drive it anymore. But I'm talking like little, just little crappers. But two-wheel drives all over Georgia. That's got to be awesome working on a two-wheel drive. I mean, you must be able to take a transmission out in like 20 minutes. No transfer case, no front drive shaft. I mean, gosh, they look weird. I don't know. I think two-wheel drive trucks look weird when they don't have everything they should have. Yeah, imagine not knowing what you bought. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine going to the dealer and you don't even know if you bought a two-wheel drive or all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Yeah, Johnny Cash did have a ring of fire. Well, that's better than working on it out at the lake, Hayward. Oh yeah, that is the beauty of the two-wheel drives. I guess if you live in a climate where you have two-wheel drives, it's because you have no rust and no salt. Oh man, I wouldn't even know what to do. Hmm. Two-wheel drive Chevy, and it must be New Mexico. Wow. Yeah, no rust, no challenge. It's like I'm working on my Jeep. It's amazing. I literally just took a wheel bearing out of it by simply removing the brake caliper, slid the rotor off, took the three 12-point bolts out of the wheel bearing, and hit it with a hammer. And it came off, and I'm just like, I'm laughing. I don't even know what to do. Found out I got the wrong axle. Didn't care because I only got like 5 minutes into the whole job. Just put it back on, tighten the bolts back up, and just, I mean, it's got to be amazing. That's 17 years old from Tennessee. So how long does it take for frames to rot out? Let's see. I failed 3 cars today. One was an '02 Cavalier. That one was super rotted. I mean, that thing was bad. And then we had it was a Ford Focus, like an '03. It was so rotted you couldn't even put it on a lift. So that one I didn't bother doing anything with. The customer just came and got it. I mean, the sides falling right clean off the car. And then I had a '07 Kia Sportage in today, and that was rotted straight through the rear unibody. But typically, like I'm failing, like right now, inspection wise, like 2008 to 2010 Chevy pickups, right in front of the fuel tank, the cross member that goes across, they rot right out of them, and it'll rot the bottom lip right off the frame. Um, so it's around like that 7 to 12 year mark is usually around it. Somewhere's in that area on average. Depends on where the people live. As a dirt road driver, stuff like that. Farmers, how they take care of them. You own a Dodge Aspen? Wow. The thing's like a relic. A Ford Tempo. How's the Banshee doing? Oh, nice. That's cool to hear, Tom. 5 minutes from home. Man, you can ride your bicycle. So yeah, I'm glad you got the Power Probe. Glad you're enjoying it. Be interested to see what you do with it when you say, like you say, you're gonna do them charging system tests and stuff. I've been pretty happy with mine. I've been using it here and there and trying to incorporate it into the diagnostics and see how it fits in. Chevy truck with DOD cylinder deactivation. Yeah, I've been getting them rolling in now with was it number 5 and number 7 spark plug that oil fouls in them. And so in the 5.3s, they've got GM has the stupidest bolt-ins on those. And I'm not crashing on Chevy, so don't get wound up. But here you bring in this Chevy, 2000, whatever, 10, 11, 12, and it comes in with a misfire and it's number 7 cylinder, and you pull the spark plug out and it's completely clumped with oil ash. And, GM has a bolt-in on it for their active fuel management valve in the oil pan that sprays oil on the bottoms of those pistons. And, the rings get stuck, and their bolt-in literally is to, put the splash shield on it, change the valve cover, new spark plugs, and then strip the entire engine down. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You guys messed these engines up back in 2007. You're still messing them up today. And now it's the customer's problem. I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever. People ask me why I hate on Chevys. That is ridiculous. That's a $2,500, $3,000 out of pocket repair for their screw up that's placed on the customer. I think it's stupid. Anyhow, that's just my little rant. Freaking Chevys. Chevy earns the hate. I'm not hating on them. I can't hate them. They've paid my bills and bought my house, so. Let's see. Oh no, I'm not getting on why. I'm just saying I'm not trying to get all my Chevy guys all wound up. Even though Chevy guys are pretty easy to get wound up. It's the only reason I do it. Ford guys was like, whatever. I can't even get a rise out of JC when I pick on Fords. But yeah, the fact is they all pay our bills. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Subaru, Hyundai, Kia. They all pay my bills. Yep, they're all junk, even Toyota. They are. Anything, they all break. It don't matter what it is. I really don't care. For crying out loud, I own a Jeep. Chrysler product. Me. Get real. You're going to get a Corvette, Wyatt? You're going to be just like Glenn, aren't you? Oh, man. Glenn, he's all excited now. You guys can ride around in your Corvette group. I don't even know if Glenn drives his. All he's ever doing is polishing the thing. Yeah, I do like my older Chevy trucks. I had a 72 in here the other day, 72 C10 or C20, sorry, C30. I don't even know what that guy was working on. And the thing was cherry. The guy was a second owner, and it was beautiful. And it came in, he came here from another shop because they test drove it and told him his synchronizers were bad in the transmission. It had a top loader 4-speed in it. And they recommended that he come here so that I could tear apart his train, redo the synchros. So I take it for a drive, and the truck shifts beautiful. No clicking in the synchros, no nothing. It was just, it was perfect. However, the shifter is like going around in a half circle. So if you're hunting for the gear, you never get it. And, you come up against a wall. It was, it's easy fix. It costs like, I don't know, $3 to fix it. So the guy got off cheap, 5/16 roll pin, and replaced the bushings and the isolator in the bottom of the shifter and ship it down the road. It was literally 15 minutes and one part from Tractor Supply. I see your comment about checking actual mileage with a scan tool. Yes, you can. A lot of times it'll be stored. It'll have the PCM mileage. Like you can go into the PCM and you can see it. Usually enhanced data. I don't know if you're good on generic OBD2. Sometimes it's in the body module. Of course, if you go in the cluster, usually it's whatever's stored in there is what's displaying. So yeah, I did see your question. Yes. Yeah, square bodies are becoming popular, and it has really driven the price up on them. If you want to get a nice square body truck, you're going to be getting one. You're going to be starting at like 12 grand. Yeah, if you want a good Southern square body, they're big money. Because I was looking into a square body before I bought my Jeep, and I just didn't want to spend that on a truck. An 82 K10. Yeah, that would be awesome with a regular cab short box. Yeah, I hear you. I'd be all over that. Yeah, those and the old K5 Blazers, man, those things were great. Save it up for a Corvette. I would never drive a Corvette, Glenn. Come on. I can get in the Corvette. It's always getting out of the Corvette. That's just nothing. Ain't nothing smooth about it. I get in, you can be all cool, drive around, squeal your tires and stuff. But then you get to the ice cream store and you got to get out. I don't know how you get out of your car, Glenn. I got to see it sometimes. I gotta like fall over on the ground, like crawl a little bit, have somebody help me up. It's terrible. 83 K5. Wow, that'd be nice. What else we got? Oh, how's the dance? Oh, the dance lessons are going fantastic. They'll hear me. What are they doing? Somebody's outside the door, listening through the keyhole. Must be reading a novel. All right, they're gone. Putting their keys through the key drop. Let's see. I don't think it's a lady with the emergency AC because I think she was waiting because she drives quite a ways to get here. That is a Dodge Avenger. Somebody just dropped off. No, the lady with the emergency, that's my girl. She's the one that makes pies and stuff like that. So getting her into this emergency AC is top priority. And she moved. So they used to live right here in the village. Well, now they moved like 40 miles away. And she told me, honey, I'm not changing my barber. I'm not or hairdresser. I'm not changing my church, and I'm not changing my mechanic. So she drives all the way back here for her mechanic, her hairdresser, and her church. Can't blame her, I guess. So yeah, and then she makes apple pies and dinner, and she's always bringing me goodies. You're not changing your hairdresser either, JC? Me neither. I've been going to the same one since I was in high school. I do it myself. I do pretty much only one style. It's called the number 0. She was doing good. She's home. She's pretty upset with me because I haven't brought her to work the past couple days. And she stays in her outside kennel. She got a 10x10 outside kennel, and she'll be in her kennel. And I get home, and man, she is pumped. You would think I would be gone for like a month. And then she's like by my side, like won't leave me because she's afraid I'm going to go outside without her, or leave her behind or something. She goes crazy. What do we got? What time is it? Oh man, I'm going to be hitting Twin Kiss at rush hour. Yeah. I might have to go to the other ice cream store who's more efficient at dishing out the ice cream, but I don't like their ice cream, so I'll probably have to go wait in line for a long time. No, Voca doesn't have a rush hour. The ice cream store does. So hot days, if you leave here at 5 o'clock, go down and get your ice cream before 5:30, because then you got all the other people getting out of work that are going by, and then everybody gets home. They're like, oh, it's too hot to cook. Let's go to the ice cream store, because this ice cream store also makes like burgers and dirty water dogs and chicken fingers, stuff like that. So then everybody ends up showing up at the same time, and the girls inside the ice cream store are going crazy, and you got to wait to get your ice cream because they're cooking food, and it's a catastrophe, people. I wish they had their own separate ice cream line. Like if you want food, you're over here. You want ice cream? Bam, right here. We're in and out. Yeah, I'd have no line if I had my own ice cream machine. I hear that. Trust me, I've been thinking about it. Mrs. O's been gone here for this whole week. And I thought about surprising her when she comes home with an ice cream machine. But you know how that would go over like a fart in church. She would not be dealing with that. She's pretty adamant about it. She'll let me do just about anything, but I think she knows it would be the death of me. Yeah, they should have express ice cream. I'm telling Mrs. O, she had ice cream, like right here's her window. You know, you guys seen it. That's where she sits, sitting in her desk here. Whoa. If we had, I could rig it up so, bam, Taylor ice cream machine right here, drive-through window. Who wouldn't you go through a drive-through ice cream with soft serve only, vanilla, chocolate, twist? Those are your only choices. No sprinklets, no nothing. Vanilla, chocolate, twist. Small, medium, or large. Boom, she's here. Boom, typing. Ice cream out the window. Bam, next. Ice cream out the window. I'm in here every 5 minutes getting an ice cream cone. I'm just saying that. I don't know much about business, but I know that would work. It would have to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just bam, boom, bring it around town. We used to have an ice cream store right in town. The Avoca Doghouse is what it was called. And the guy who owned it, he passed away. Super nice guy, great business guy. He used to own the Agway station here, and then he owned the ice cream store. Just great guy. And he passed away. Gosh, it's been quite a while. Maybe like 15 years ago, something like that. He got cancer, and I went to school with his daughters, and then, you know, of course, that place closed down after that. But that was great because you could walk over there and get ice cream anytime. And they also had pizza and dirty water dogs. And the building still sits over there. You probably see it on my test drive. It's a little red building. Just sits over by the railroad tracks. Been vacant ever since. It was awesome. One of my brothers needs to start an ice cream place. My sister needs to start an ice cream place because all us boys, we own, you know, shops. Just got to get her up in an ice cream joint. A 24-hour, 365, 12 months out of the year. Gold mine. Ice cream side work. You know, Brockton & Sons ice cream shop. What are dirty water dogs? The hot dogs. You know, the ones that sit in dirty water all day. Dirty water dogs. They just hot dogs sit in dirty water. They pull them out and then they cut them and slap them on a grill, and they go in this big and then they get this big from sitting in the water. We'll work for ice cream. I should get a shirt that says that. Nobody buys ice cream in the middle of winter. Are you kidding me? There's one ice cream store. It's about 25 miles away that has burned dairy soft serve, that's what I need because I don't like the Hershey's soft serve. I like the burned dairy. So that's a local brand. I like that. So there's one place in Hornell, and they're open with a drive-through in the wintertime. It's over by the high school, little shop. Never even been in it because I only go through the drive-through. You got Giovanni's Pizzeria right across the street. So bam, you go over there in the winter, hit up Giovanni's, get their pizza. When you leave, you're all full. You feel like garbage. Drive right across the street. Bam, get an ice cream. Drive back home. I will purposely drive 25 miles to go through the drive-through ice cream in like February. I'm just saying. If there was a drive-through ice cream on my way home, I'd probably hit it every day, if not twice a day. If I ever had Italian ice, yeah, but why would I eat Italian ice if I could get ice cream? I don't really care for Italian ice. The kids like it, but I'm just straight ice cream. Just boom. My thing this year has been strawberry sundaes. Strawberry sundaes and Dusty Millers with hot fudge. So hot fudge and malt, basically. And then strawberry sundaes. Their strawberries this year are pretty good. I don't have a problem, Bill. Yeah, I'll leave the vid up, John. I'm leaving it up. It's just not, as like I said, there's no real topic here, just chillaxing. And then there's a place in Corning when Mrs. O and I go to Corning, so our dance lessons are on Monday. And we go to our dance lessons on Monday, and then on the way back, there's a place in Corning on Market Street, Dippity Doo-Dahs, all homemade ice cream. Usually we hit that up. Get a little Dippity Doo-Dah. No, Lonnie, you can't quit anytime you want. What kind of dance lessons? So we were going to do ballroom dancing. However, that class, I don't remember what the deal was with it. They were too far progressed already. So we are salsa dancing. And so salsa dancing and merengue. So learning how to move my hips. It's pretty fun. So we started out with the cha-cha, learning all the different various moves that go with that. It's been pretty fun. Of course, Mrs. O loves it. And I like it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I love dancing with her. Plus, like dancing, like salsa dancing, it's really, the women really show off a lot. So it's really fun. It's fun dancing. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, looking like John Travolta. That's right. Don't laugh at me, Glenn. Don't judge me, all right? Take your wife dancing, Glenn. Trust me. Trust me. It works, pal. If you know what I mean. Yeah, every Monday. So I got to close at 4. So now I close at 4 on Monday so I can go to dance lessons. Yeah. Salsa dancing is pretty close to dirty dancing, Paul, let me tell you. It's pretty fun. Salsa in the heat. Would I ever own a Saab? No. That's going to be the real short answer to that. When they quit making Saabs, like 2009. Dancing with the Cars. Yeah, we could have a special SMA episode, Dancing with the Cars. But right now we're not fast enough to do salsa dancing to traditional salsa music or merengue music so right now we're learning our moves to actual disco music, so it's kind of fun, but it has the same tempo. It's just a little bit slower as you're starting to learn. Yeah, so it's kind of like mild salsa right now till we take it to like extreme. And it's pretty funny because the lady who teaches the dance lessons, she's from England, and she has a really heavy English accent. It's kind of fun. So she's a fun lady. Yeah, the engine's backwards in a Saab. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, any car that has a clutch in the front and the belt's on the firewall, that guy should lose his job. Yeah, English accent and teaching salsa. Well, this lady has been teaching dance for, I don't know, however long she's been alive. Her mother is a dance instructor, and she's really good. She got the moves, you know what I mean? Now we're not going to be on Dancing with the Stars. When we get caught, I'm comfortable right now. I miss those probably not. So, ice cream store does close at 9. Now there better not be a fourth little O on the way, G. Otherwise, the doctor's got some explaining to do. What's my favorite car to work on? Subarus. I would say Subaru. Thanks, Oliver. Appreciate that. Yeah, Subaru owner. I don't know. We have a lot of Subarus around here, so the owners aren't all weird. You get into some of the other communities and stuff. Yeah, you could stereotype Subaru owners. I don't know if I just said that out loud. I guess if you're into profiling people, they do. Why Subarus? Well, simply because I mean everything is super easily accessible. Uh, you can have the engine out and on a stand in a smidge over an hour. The intake will fold on the top, exhaust on the bottom. There's really nothing difficult to do on them cars. I think if I was, Joe homeowner and wanted a car that is, simple to work on, I would choose one of those because everything is very accessible. Fuel pump is access on the inside. I think the only thing that made it be slightly difficult are wheel bearings. Later models, of course, they're bolt-on hub assemblies, but they just seem to be very, they kept the mechanic in mind, I would say, when they built it. Just everything is easy to do on them. Can they tow? I don't know the towing capacity on a Subaru. I see them come in with hitches all the time, but I imagine they're probably, around a 1,000 or 1,500 pound limit or something like that. Yeah, that was pretty funny when that radio kicked on. May Kevin, yeah, it got me a little bit. Like I jumped, like I think I hollered out, "Whoa!" I have lots of customers with Subarus over 250K. They're darn near rotted in half, and usually on their nearing the end of their second head gasket job. The Tundra's towing capacity is 10,000. In kilograms, I don't know what it is. You have to do the math. 10,000 pounds, America. Subaru hippie wagons. Yeah, well, and other things. 3,500 kilograms, roughly. That's what it said. I don't know. There you go, Michael. I can't say it on the YouTube, but that's what we see a lot of. Anyhow, guys, I should wrap it up. We're nearing the end. Like I said, I'm going to be hitting the twin kiss during the rush hour now, but that's okay. I got to go home and get Shiva and let her out and let her run around and not eat this last piece of banana bread and actually eat something healthy. Mrs. O's been gone. All I've been eating is absolute garbage, and I'm feeling the repercussions from it. I'm a big boy. I could cook my own dinner, but I don't. If I do, it's like cereal or half a loaf of banana bread, something stupid like that. Then I just take a shower and go to bed. But she'll be home tomorrow, thankfully. And the world will be normal again, and I'll eat again. But anyhow, so I'm going to get rolling, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for coming around to a unannounced. Definitely keep that in mind. So thanks again for stopping in, guys. All that business. Just remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. I've got to click this all awkward like.